We spend hours debating GPU benchmarks, we fight over £50 price differences on CPUs, and we obsess over airflow. And then we let Windows and motherboard manufacturers steal 15% of that performance right out of the box. I'm making this video today because I am tired of seeing £2,000 or dollar rigs running like consoles. So we need to have a serious talk about the default settings that are stealing performance basically right now from your rig. So this is whether you just built your first PC or you've been doing this since the GTX 9070 days. I guarantee that one of these settings has reset on you without you even noticing. So let's start with one of the biggest scams, and that is the RAM scam. So this is one of the biggest scams in PC building, and I'm talking about default RAM speeds. So you paid for 6000 megahertz DDR5. You've bought the sweet spot, but out of the box, the defaults give you 4800 megahertz. That is literally leaving 20% of your CPU's potential on the table. Now, for you veterans, I know what you're thinking. I turned XMP on day one. But did you? Because if you updated your BIOS last month for stability, guess what? It's reset. And then if your CMOS battery is weak, it reset. Check it. It's one click. Turn it on. If you didn't buy a Ferrari. What you essentially bought was a Honda Civic with a Ferrari body kit. Nobody wants that. Next point is the safety anchor, which is VBS or core isolation. So this one is all about Windows 11. Microsoft treats your gaming PC like it's a corporate laptop at a bank. They turn on core isolation and memory integrity by default. So technically, this uses virtualization to protect you from sophisticated memory attacks. But in reality, what it does is it adds virtualization layers between your game and your hardware. So it kills performance in CPU heavy titles. So if you're just playing, say, Call of Duty and you're not storing nuclear launch codes, do me a favor, turn this one off. Microsoft will almost certainly give you a scary yellow warning triangle. Ignore it. Reclaim your frames. And whilst we're talking about Windows acting like it basically owns your PC, let's check your gaming settings. So by default, Windows assumes that we're all streamers. It has a feature called background recording. So inside the Xbox game bar itself, it's basically constantly recording the last 30 seconds of your screen, writing it to your drive and overwriting it forever until the end of time. So it's a little bit like having a dash cam running on your desktop. It eats CPU cycles, it thrashes your SSD, and it introduces micro stutter in games like Warzone or Apex. So unless you're actively trying to clip your pentakills, turn this setting off. If you want to record, perhaps use OBS or Shadowplay. Don't let Windows do it secretly in the background for you. Finally, I want to talk about possibly one of the worst offenders, which can be useful, but that's motherboard utility software. So I'm talking the likes of Armoury Crate, MSI Center, Gigabyte Control Center. These are marketed as drivers, and as they do have their uses, but they're not. They're essentially bloatware that installs traffic shapers like CFOS speed, and for the veterans, you know that very weird lag spike you get in competitive shooters? Well, this might be your motherboard's network manager prioritizing a Windows update over your game packets. So go into BIOS, find the setting that says we'll use Armoury Crate as an example here, download Armoury Crate or its equivalent, and kill it with lots and lots of fire. Use open RGB for your lights, use fan control for your fans. Stop installing spyware on your own rig. Help yourselves out a little. So I guess to conclude on this video, hardware is expensive, but don't let software rot steal what you've paid for. And do me a massive favour. Next time your friend complains that their new PC feels a little sluggish, don't tell them to buy a new GPU. Send them to this video. 10 seconds in the BIOS might fix what £500 or dollars in hardware won't. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and I will see you on the next build. Take care of yourself, guys.